Today we're going to be working with the 7 colors of the rainbow. We have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, a darker blue, and violet. The 7 colors of the rainbow. Here we got a 2X shirt and I twisted it up. I think I put 3 or 4 swirls in it, then I bunched it all together tight with these rubber bands. We're going to lay out the dye according to the rainbow colors. Maybe twice, maybe once. See how it goes. Let's talk about the shirt first. I put the cut side up. What I consider the cut side is like when you lay down the shirt, you spin it up, you get a more defined side than the other side. Well, this is the cut side, the defined side, where you can see the pleats. This shirt's been washed, stripped down of the coating. No soda ash whatsoever. And part of the reason we're not using soda ash on the shirt is because we want the shirt and the cotton in the shirt to absorb the dye more. Then once the dye hits the soda ash in the shirt, it starts binding right away. That's what we're thinking, our theory behind it is not soda ash in it. Plus, if you have irritations to the soda ash, this kind of helps you out because you're not dealing with it so much. We actually put the soda ash in our dye. This is fuchsia red right here. And the dye ratios we're using today is 1:1. 1 tablespoon of dye, 1 tablespoon of soda ash. Part of the reason we use a little bit, you should say more soda ash, because a lot of people use a lesser ratio to soda ashes. We definitely want it to bind to the shirt. You don't forget, we got a lot of customers and they expect the best out of us. So we're not chinsing on anything, the dyes, the soda ash, but we prefer to use a 1:1 ratio because we want the dye to stick. We've been testing them in the washer, seeing what soda ash ratio is working best for us. Whatever soda ash ratio you like to use, you should use that. So all these are pretty much 1:1 ratios, like I said before. Red, orange, yellow, green, a light blue, a dark blue, and a violet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle it on here accordingly. And how we're going to use our hot water is, let's talk a little bit about the crock pot. A couple people got confused a little bit about the crock pot. They put the water in and they waited for it to heat up. That's not what we're doing. We're using the crock pot to maintain the heat of the water. To sustain the temperature. So what we actually do, a lot of people don't realize you can actually boil water, dump it in there. What we do is just run regular hot tap water and we fill it up in a gallon jar like we got here. A lot of people don't know their average tap water is 125, 120 degrees or so. Ours just happened to be 130, so we're not too far off the mark right there. But yeah, we're just using the crock pot to maintain, to keep it hot. And then we're going to obviously use this turkey baster again. We're going to fill it up and drop it on there slowly, relaxingly. Put on some tunes, relax. And let's start laying down the dye because we checked the water temperature. We're ready to go with that. So we'll lay down the dyes accordingly and start squirting on the water. Alright, so right now we're halfway through laying down the dye. And sometimes if your shirt's too dry, you can spray it with some water. Make the dye stick to the shirt a little bit better. But so far, we got our red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, and purple. And we're just going to continue down with that. But I want you to see, what we like to do is, keep your colors a little bit distant, because when you add the water, they're going to start running together. You just don't want one big color, you lose your color, you lose the rainbow. But we do give it a nice overlapping. I don't know if you can see. We try to give a nice overlapping in the colors. Which, don't forget, some colors, when you add it together, is going to make another couple. Like right here, we're going to add the fuchsia red again and start our rainbow and continue on. So here we go. Colors of the rainbow. Got it in there twice. Pretty good. Had to start another red, but that's cool. So here we go. We got the colors of the rainbow twice. So now we got our water ready over here in our crock pot, keeping hot. We got a turkey baster here we're going to use to apply the water. Make sure you always have eye protection. A lot of people don't understand. When you open up this crock pot here, you're going to get a lot of vapors coming out. Hot water. It's hot water. And then once you apply it to your shirt and it's hitting that soda ash and the dye, you're getting vapors coming up. So you don't actually want to like lean down into it and put it on. You want to be back a little bit, you know. And we'll show you a few drops. I'm just going to fill up the dropper. Let it fit set for a second. Come over to our shirt. Just start dropping down slow. You want to drop down slow at first. Let it penetrate through. And once you hit all the colors and get it down into the shirt, then you can go a little bit faster. This whole shirt you can make within an hour. It's going to be awesome. Wait till we get out to the washout area. We open it up. You can see here. Just take your time. Be relaxed. It's tie-dye. We make a lot of tie-dye here. We learn, don't take it so seriously. It's only tie-dye. It's a shirt. We do the best we can, you know, obviously. What are our main ingredients? And okay, so that finished off one dropper. Another key point, we got close to half a gallon of water in here. We're going to use it all. We found the key to it is, you know, with the saturation, you want to use a lot of water. When you think you used enough water, use a little bit more. Like I said, today the ratios we're using 1-to-1. 1 part dye, 1 part soda ash. Alright, I'll keep on going and I'll be right back. Here's a little helpful hint. When you're putting down your water, and you have the lighter colors, like this light blue, start with that. And let the blue push off into the other. See how it pushes off into the green? The green is strong, so it wants to take over the lighter color. Same way, I would do that to the yellow. Come over here and hit the yellow. Don't think it's orange. Actually, this is yellow. When it hits the hot water, it looks like it's orange. But once it cools down, it'll turn back to yellow. But push the yellow off into the green, so you still keep that yellow. Push the yellow into the orange to keep the yellow. Just a little helpful tint. Hit your light colors first. Push them into the darker colors. Like down here with this blue. Hit that light blue. Push it into the darker colors. Yellow. Here's the first pass through. We hit every color. You still see some more dye, some more soda ash. That's why we're saying part of the key is you want to use water, lots of water. We're going to use over half a gallon of water just for this one shirt. Saturation is what you need. And every time you hit this with more hot water, any little speckle of dye left, it's going to disperse out, make more color. So we'll keep on continuing until all the water's gone. And pretty much she'll be done. So here we go. We used the whole half a gallon of water. What you can do is take your tool, look down in there, Now you want to get down in the pleats and check it out. And 2, flip it over. Looks like we got some good saturation on the other side. Still just a little bit warm. So I'll let it sit for like an hour or so. Then we'll wash it out and see what we got with our rainbow tie-dye shirt.